morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are. So 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads, you're delicious and bright. Yes, the weather in our neck of the woods in the old UK, well, there's no wind, no rain. Although it is rather chilly today, okay, so it may differ in other parts of the old UK, do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Apparently, I read somewhere that some parts of England, Northern Ireland and Scotland are going to be receiving snow, my delicious little babies. Anyway, it's only what I read, Okay, my delicious little babies, now then, so let's get into this. So we've got the first one. Now, I happen to like this man, okay, my delicious little babies. Of course, with anybody not in that way, okay? But I happen to like him, and he happened to be on somebody's channel. Oh, an itch. Sorry, that does not mean no. Now, this is YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay, it's YouTube. And the uploader is called Young Penitent. Sorry, I need to spell that for you, my delicious little babies. P-E-N-I-T-E-N-T. So it's Young space Penitent. Okay, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 4.02 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, on YouTube. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, the video should read, Brother Nathaniel sets the record straight. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Okay. Brother Nathaniel sets the record straight. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, what it is about him, because he was brought up, because he's Jewish. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, and he was talking about, you know, that he's, you know, to do with monks and everything like that. Okay, and he wanted, you know, to believe in Jesus and everything, and, you know, Christianity and everything, okay? Now, I've seen him, there we are, many times over the years, okay, my delicious little babies, there we are, yes, I have. But I must be honest with you, I mean, to me, he just has I like his personality, like, the best way to explain it, like, when he's talking about something, okay, because religion is I do not mean funny as in ha ha, you know, but religion's a funny thing, isn't it? Do you understand what I mean? So you have all different faiths. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And then of course, you know, you have you know, some mankind out there where they do not believe in anything. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but to me, say, for example, if you had somebody like Brother Nathaniel, okay, I'm pretty sure he said in one part that it's something to do with Father Nathaniel, like himself, because I just think he's better as a Father Nathaniel rather than a Brother Nathaniel. Do you see what I mean? Yes? Anyway, that's just my personal view, my delicious little babies. But say, for example, if he was teaching somebody, okay, because apparently he did have quite a few of the younger generation, you know, who was listening to his videos, my delicious little babies, going back a while back. And, well, something happened there, and, well, you know, and to do with his, you know, YouTube channel and everything. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, anyway, that's another thing. But the way that he explains it at the start of the video, my delicious little babies, I just found him hilarious. I really found him hilarious. But say, for example, getting back to this now, say, for example, if he was teaching somebody of the younger generation, Okay, and mind you, saying that, somebody who's middle-aged, or even somebody like my age, half a century, 50, well, I would find it really interesting listening to him. He just has that um, get up and go. Do you understand what I mean? It's really hard for me to explain, but he's interesting at the same time. So it's not like you sat somewhere and, you know, in order to learn something new, but like that you'd be bored out your tree. Do you see what I mean? He's not that type of personality. Do you see? Okay. So to me, he's very, what's the word I'm looking for, my delicious little babies? He's very, I just found him easy to watch, easy to listen to. That's the best way to explain it, really, okay? And I can well assure you now, I looked at his videos, I've clicked on, there we are, many of them, before he ever went on Alex Jones, okay? There we are. I can just be done saying that, okay? And I just thought, because at first, I'll tell you who he looks like. Do any of you remember that, it used to be on Channel 4 decades ago, and it was called Cheers, you know, Cheers, okay? Me personally, I never really got into that Cheers, okay? Just the same as I never really got into Friends. It just wasn't my kind of thing, do you see what I mean? But he looked like that man who was he married to, I think he could have been married to Whoopi Goldberg. You know the one I'm talking about, my delicious little baby. So when I very first seen, I know he says his brother Nathaniel, but I'll just call him Father Nathaniel, okay? When I very first seen him, I've got to be honest with you, my delicious little babies. I thought, is your man there having a jerk, a laugh here? Because I thought he was like in disguise. You know who I'm talking about, that one from Cheers. I'm pretty sure, was he married to Whoopi Goldberg, or it was, they were boyfriend and girlfriend at some time. But he looks a dead ringer for him. And I thought that it was he. And I thought, well, what you dressed up like as a, do you know what I mean? Like in all religious gear for, do you see what I'm saying? You know, because I genuinely thought it was him from Cheers. So anyway, my delicious little babies, a really good interview. That's well over an hour long, my delicious little babies, okay? So, but, you know, should you have an interest, you know, me, you see, how can I put it? I do not look at somebody's religious beliefs, because everybody has different religious beliefs. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? And to me, it's not like, oh, you cannot like him because he's a Jew. Well, I mean, come on. At the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, my delicious little babies, right? We've all got the same blood running through our veins. We've all got the same colour blood running through our veins. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay? Now, he has done many different things in his life, my delicious little babies, do you say? But I just love his energy. And what the other thing that I really love about him, of course, not in that way. The other thing that I really love about him is that he just says it. He says it the way it is. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't mince his words. He's just done saying it. He's just done telling you. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. But I found it to be a really, really good, because I did have to go out, so I watched half of it. And then I think it's on, is it an hour and 40 minutes or something, because it's well over an hour. And then I had to leave it and then go, there we are, then go back to it. Do you see? But really well worth a listen, my delicious little babies, do you say? Okay? So that's that. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, but please, you know, but so I do not look at it like that. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Do you see? It's just that I am interested in listening. So I'm not looking at whether he's Jew, whether he's white, whether he's, you know, where he's come from. I'm not looking at that. I'm listening to what he's saying. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So I even put a comment, actually. I says, oh, I love our father, Nathaniel, which I do. Do you know what I mean? I've seen him for years, but like I said, I thought he was a jerk at first. And I thought that he was like dressed up in fancy dress. So sorry, brother Nathaniel, Father Nathaniel. Okay, I genuinely thought that he was. Do you know what I mean? That he was somebody else. I really did, because he looks a dead ringer for him. He looks just like him. You know who I'm on about, my delicious little babies, and you'd say, oh yes, you know, so you could pass him off as being that one out of Cheers. Anyway, my delicious little babies. Now then, oh, this one here. Okay, hang on. Let me get to this next one. Okay, my delicious babies, because this is on YouTube. So while you're still on YouTube, my delicious little babies, should you even have an interest in any of this, okay? This one, because the last one, Young Penitent, that just came up on my feed, my delicious little babies, okay? So I was no idea why, but it did. Okay, so I just thought, no, I'll watch it, you know, and I'm glad I did. Do you know what I mean? He's a very interesting man to listen to. And this one here, this has came up on my feed as well, so I don't know what's happening lately, my delicious little babies, okay? Because I have been putting, you know, do not recommend, not interested, because sometimes it says both, not interested, do not recommend, and other times it'll just say not interested. And then sometimes, which I've experienced this morning, I went to put, you know, not interested or not recommended, and it says play, mix and all this for something that I never even wanted to keep up. Do you know what I mean? It was only, I think, about 1 minute something. And I thought, you know what I mean? I thought I'd just click it off. Do you see? But my point is, for some reason, it wouldn't let me. Anyway, this one, sorry, excuse me, here. In the old space bar in YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? J as in Jack, C as in cat, V as in Victor, J, C, V, dude. So it's all together, J, C, V, dude. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, this uploader happens to have 125,000 subscribers. My delicious little babies, 125,000 subscribers. Now then, the reason why I clicked on this, okay, at the moment I'm only halfway through, okay, because I needed to get my videos out, okay, my delicious little babies. And I'm going to watch the other half, so I've saved it. There we are, and I will watch the other half, and I will do it. So I'm not just saying it, my delicious little babies. I do it, okay? But the thing was, I clicked on it, and I thought, what's all this about then, you know? Because, like I said, I've never seen this uploader before, so these will just be like one-offs that I advertise, do you see? But I'll tell you what it should read, okay, my delicious little babies. Klaus Schwab, yes, that flipping putrid piece of shat, okay, in brackets, WEF, which means World Economic Forum, said the world will get angrier. And then no, SHRT, Sherlock, we won't just bow down to you. Sorry, I need to just say that all over again, my delicious little babies, okay? Klaus Schwab, in brackets, WEF, said the world will get angrier. No, SHRT, Sherlock, we won't just bow down to you. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, what this your man there's talking about, this man, God bless, he's showing different things. He's showing an awful lot to do with that putrid piece of shit, Trudeau, as well, in Canada. My delicious little babies. Oh, yes. You go back at what he'd said. You know, it's disgusting. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. But he's showing other things, okay. But from what I've heard, half of it, okay, there we are. It was enough to keep my ears ding ding ding. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, my eyes, you know, and by the way, that's not against anybody who cannot see or hear. Okay, my delicious little babies. Sorry, I'm stumbling on that part. God bless. So what I'm saying to you is, my delicious little babies, please. I suggest that you know, that you take a listen to this little video, my delicious little babies, okay? I forgot how long it is now. Could it be about 40 minutes or something like that? Over 40 minutes anyway, my delicious little baby. Or it could be 30 odd minutes. Well, I can't exactly remember now because it's just before I came on my camera, my delicious little babies anyway. But yes, well worth a listen as well. It's not boring, okay? Yeah, but he has plenty to say. Well, you see, I remember seeing with that putrid piece of shit, Klaus Schwab, and I remember seeing where he was on his fancy little stage, you know, and he actually happened to be talking about, sorry, there we are, I remember seeing it, but I do believe, what was it, on BitChute, I do believe, and, you know, where he was saying that others will get angrier. Well, ding, ding, dong, dong. You know, common sense, not being rude or disrespectful to anyone, my delicious little babies. But the fact of the matter is that how do they not expect others to get angry? Do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, well, for Klaus Schwab to, you know, to say that, well, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense, he must have worked up to the fact that there's many out here, okay, in the world who are just not going to put up with that shit. Do you see what I mean? So he must have, there we are, realised something, mustn't he? Ooga. It's taken a bit of a while, hasn't it, my delicious little babies? But like I said, he's just another little bitch, little lackey, Klaus Schwab, for we know who. Anyway, my delicious little babies, well worth a listen to that, okay, my delicious little babies? Now, the final one, and then I'm going to have a quick little natter, then I'm going to go, my delicious little babies, because I want to try and sort out my BitChute side of it today. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, this is on BitChute. I've mentioned these before, my delicious little babies, and I'm pleased actually because their numbers have gone up a little bit. So they're now up to 7,063 subscribers, my delicious little babies. So 7063, okay? My delicious little babies. All you have to type, search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies, scenery, okay, then space, on, space, the, or the, space, road, space 2. Scenery on the road 2, and then another space, space bar, that's what I used to always call it. BitChute. Okay, my delicious little babies, BRTCHUTE, okay? My delicious little babies. Now, the video should read, EU ban, okay, on repairing cars older than 15 years. Yes, I've been hearing all about this, so I'm going to tick you off and then I'm going to close my book. Yes, I've been hearing all about this, my delicious little babies. This is not the first that I've heard about this, okay? So what it is, to me, this is another way to get others to, well, to comply, to do as they're told. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, you see, the thing is this, because what they're trying to steer it in is to get these silly little Lego electric cars. See, I stumbled again then, didn't I? These silly little Lego electric cars, buses, vans, okay, my delicious little babies. And of course, because of how expensive they are, and even, I've said it before and I repeat it again, there's a lot of insurance companies that will not touch them because they're way too expensive to, you know, to get any repair done, there we are, or anything like this now, yes, okay? So it's very clear, and we've been talking about this, well, I have for months and months and months, on and off on my videos, and so have thousands of other uploaders, God bless them all, okay, and on different platforms and everything, okay. You see, the fact of the matter is, because what the idea, I say, is that they do not want anybody to drive out here. Do you see what I mean, okay? So they're trying their best, okay? I mean, look what they're doing in London, you know, they've been doing it for months with the ULEZ, you know, where to go in there, is it £12.50 or £15? It's one of the two anyway, my delicious little babies. So that, you know, one's, you know, what the general idea is so that they stop driving in certain places. There we are. That's simple things. That's what they're doing, okay, my delicious little babies. But you see, the thing is, I just feel that they need to be watching their step here. does the European Union. Okay, my delicious little babies. And the reason why I say this is because, you see, I don't know whether they do not realise, or maybe they're just so damn effing thick, okay? But you see, we have lots and lots, there we are, of mechanics. My delicious little babies, okay? In fact, I was listening to one yesterday, but I clicked off because it's not really my thing. You know, I mean, I've talked about Jeff Barr's cars, okay? My delicious little babies, he's on YouTube. I haven't seen him for a good few months, actually, okay? But I'm sure he's still on there, okay? But so he's very well into his cars. I'd say that he's the best on the internet for, you know, talking about things like this now, yes, okay? And it's not a Jeff with a J, it's a Jeff with a G-G-E-O-F-F, Jeff Barr's Cars, okay? Please and thank you anyway. But you see, the fact of the matter is, you know, you're going to have a lot of, you know, an awful lot of mechanics. So, I mean, surely to goodness, these and the putrid little lackeys, okay, they would have obviously realised that. Well, if it was up to me, my delicious little babies, you know, my thoughts and everything on this, I would say to any mechanic, okay, and anybody who's taking the car, the little brum brum, the little wheels, whether it's a car, whether it's a bus, whether it's a van, carry on taking it to the mechanics. You know, you see, the only reason why these pieces of effing shark get away with things is because everybody's too busy saying, not everybody, but for some, I'd say the majority at the moment, okay, but there's more waking up, is that they just say, oh, yes, please, sir, can I have some more, you know, out with the bowl and everything, as if to say, you know, give us more sharks. Make us comply with more things. Yes, please, sir. Can I have some more? And this is where one's now got, there we are, got to start to wake up. And even if you look back from decades ago with the beautiful cars, I personally prefer the older cars. I've been done saying it for how long? I've always said, and even if I was a millionaire tomorrow, okay, I'd never ever go and buy a new car. No, I wouldn't. There's a number of issues here. The one thing that I do not, I can flipping go through the list actually. The one thing I'll say, I do not like all of the, you know, all these, like, if you look, say, like decades ago, okay, you would usually find in anybody's car, you'd find an Atlas, sorry, yes, okay. So anybody, well, my dad always had an Atlas. Do you see what I mean? So if he wanted to get from A to B, or he's going somewhere, because I say he's drove most of his life. Do you see what I mean? And he was driving from a very, very young age. Like I said, I've got his original, his very, very first, where he passed his driving test in Singapore. Okay, and I've still got his booklet, his driving licence, and he was very young then. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So, because he was, you're in the army now. He was in the army, so he travelled around, you know what I mean? But my point is, my delicious little babies, and he's had driving jobs, although he's a qualified, there we are, carpenter. He's been doing woodwork and everything since he was a wee young bairn. Do you say, okay? And that's when those were the days as well, where they used to push it a lot, you know, especially in the schools and everything, you know, to do like woodwork and different things like that. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? I mean, my dad can lay floors, concrete floors, and do all sorts, you know what I mean, plastering all sorts. Do you say, okay? I just feel that with some, they have an interest in that from a very young age. Do you see? Like, others could be electrics, others could be plumbing. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but they have that interest, mechanics, they have that interest from a very young age. Do you see? Okay, my delicious little babies. So getting back to this now then. So, you see, to me, that's the days when, for most, you could open anybody's car door, and you will find, whether it's in the boot, whether it's pushed down the side pocket, and you'll find an Atlas. So I'm stumbling again with this. An Atlas, sorry. Okay? So one of the things that I do not like is all these computerized things, and then it goes beep, 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 beep when you're reversing. Okay, it's fascinating. The very first time I ever seen one, it was rather fascinating to see. Question is, would I want one? No. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I remember having a flipping a sat nav. In fact, I've still got it somewhere. It's a TomTom. Okay, my delicious little babies. And when I was when I was doing my care work, I had my little Metro then, my little metallic green Metro, little P-Reg. She was. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, what did I call her? Was it Flower? I think her name was Flower. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, and I was using my flipping, and I had to get from where I lived to somewhere called Atherstone, so it's like well out, do you see? Anyway, well, I'd never been there before, had I? You know, they were sending me flipping here, there and everywhere, my delicious little babies, okay? You know, because I drive out, you know. And me TomTom, you know, me sat-nav, well, it sent me down a flipping dead end. My delicious little babies, that's where it sent me, okay? I was trying to reverse to get out, you know, to turn round. And then my flipping back wheels then got stuck in a ditch. Okay, my delicious little babies, right? So anyway, I had to flipping get out. I thought, well, how the hell am I going to flipping, how am I going to push my car out? Do you see what I mean? As it so happened, some workmen who were just working just a little bit further on, you know, one of them spotted me. So I walked up to them and I said, good morning. I said, he said, how have you done that, Bab? Right? I said, what it was? I said, I was trying to reverse. I said, because me sat-nav, me TomTom, I said, they'd taken me to a dead end. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, so he said, let me go and get a mate of man. Do you see what I mean? And he says, you jump in the car, he says, and then we'll push it out. It took two of them, my delicious little babies. But had I been there on my own with nobody, you know, it's like, dear God, Jesus Christ in Nazareth, thank you. Bless him, you know, put somebody there to help me. I truly believe in things like this now. Do you see what I mean? Yes, anyway. But it kept doing the same thing. Do you see what I mean? Whereas if you had an atlas, like with a map, you'd be able to say to yourself, okay, I'm in this spot. Do you see what I mean? And then find another way. Do you see? So that's the point I'm making. So that's number one. Anyway, God bless those dear workmen. Not in that way, okay? But by the time I got to flipping Atherstone, anyway, after flipping blooming dead end, I was getting really flipping angry, you know. I was swearing at the flipping sat-nav. I said, in a minute, I'm going to throw you out the effing window. I was getting really mad. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because you're talking and you say, take so many yards, so many. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? And just end up back in the same effing spot anyway. So that's number one, to get with these things now. Yes, okay? Number two, I certainly believe that tyres and all these things now are well overpriced. When you actually, number three, when you actually feel the cars themselves, okay, it feels to me like they're made a lot cheaper. Do you know what I mean? And even like when you open the door, you close it, you can hear the cheap. There we are, you can hear the cheapness. Okay? And to me, you see an awful lot of plastic. You know, do you see what I mean? Okay, we can say this and that about plastic, but do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Okay? So they're the things I don't like. Now, if you look at an older car, okay, my delicious little babies, here, I'll tell you what's in my noddle right now. The old Cortina, okay? I did not particularly like the shape of it, the Ford Cortina, okay, my delicious little babies. But I knew somebody who had a Cortina. But when you open the door, this is just an example as one car, yes? When you open the door, you could feel the heaviness. And then when you slammed it shut, do you see to me? They're a lot more solidly made, sorry, okay? So older car is solid, okay? So, and not only that, I love the old way, you know, and the steering and everything with an older car. I know it probably sounds, you know, because everybody wants the latest one. Not everybody, but I mean, I know that for most, you know, if they can afford to get a newer car, then that's what they do. But not I. No, I'd much prefer any day of the week, my delicious little babies, to have an older car. I really would, you know. Okay. So, you know, but there's a number of reasons why I do not like new cars, my delicious little babies. Do you say? Okay. I just do not feel that they're made as good as what the older cars. And like I said, you know, when ones are been collecting the cars from the 1970s, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? I said before, what's all that about? Do you see? I bet they and the little lackeys have a mechanic, don't they? There we are, my delicious little babies. Do you see? To see to their old motors. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Anyway, something else I want to talk about, okay? So I do not even know at the moment whether this video will even go up on YouTube. I'm not sure at the moment, my delicious little babies, so I could not tell you. Anyway, but thank you to anybody, and I will just say this, as I always do. Thank you so very much to each and every one of you, anybody, anyone who happens to stumble across my channel, and thank you for any likes. Do you see what I mean? God bless, and I hope that any information that I give out, you know what I mean, or suggest to take a look at, that you are finding it informative and useful, my delicious little babies. Now then, so well, my delicious little babies, well. So, you know, I was talking on other videos, you know, to do with Alex Jones over the pond in America. And, you know, where he was so thankful and so grateful, okay, to have Elon Musk put him back on Twitter, okay, my delicious little babies. And I said, you say, and others who know, okay, also said, okay, that we'll wait and see what happens. What's happened now, my delicious little babies? Well, I'll tell you what's happened now. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. Well, it turns out that good old Twitter, you know, you putrid piece of shit, Elon Musk, okay? It appears that Twitter is censoring InfoWars in America, my delicious little babies, because InfoWars are the largest in America. Do you see what I mean? For getting information out. Now, at the start of this, when Alex Jones was allowed to go back on Twitter, okay? Oh, yes, he was managing to get, you know, millions looking at his videos, my delicious little babies. Then see what happens here. See, stumbled again. See what happens here, my delicious little babies. All of a sudden now, censor. Do you say? So, you know, I mean, he's still saying, you know, about Elon Musk. He says, you know, he does believe that, you know, that Elon Musk, you know, is, you know, he's not part of the, you know, to do with the censoring. Well, to me, my delicious little babies, okay, I'd just say with Alex Jones over the pond in America, InfoWars, I'd say, well, here's the best advice I can give to you, Alex. You see, I wouldn't trust your man there, Elon Musk, as far as you can effing throw him, okay? Because if he wanted to lift that ban, there we are, to do with you, Alex Jones, InfoWars over the pond in America, wouldn't he have been done doing that now then? Yes? Do you see? So to me, I've got nothing against Alex Jones at the end of the day. I just believe that for some reason, there we are, he's been suckered in. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Which is, there we are, what I was done saying. The same as our lovely David Icke, you know, not in that way, but he was done saying it, do you say? And I told you about when I watched the debate between our lovely David Icke and Alex Jones Infowars, because they've known each other for years, do you see? But of course, Alex Jones, you know, because I listened to it 3 times, that's how banging it was, okay? But you see, our lovely David Icke, he wasn't arguing. He wasn't arguing with Alex Jones. Do you see what I mean? He was just making his other points. Do you see? And very valid points. Do you see? Of course, our lovely David Icke, there we are, always does. Do you see? 150%. Do you see? My delicious little baby. So I'm just feeling now that maybe Alex Jones over the pond in America, I'm just feeling that maybe he's not wanting to believe. That's what I'm feeling here, by the way that he's talking and everything. Do you see what I mean? I would say he's put well too much faith, there we are, in that putrid Elon Musk. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So, excuse me, we shall just see what the coming days are like, shan't we, my delicious little babies, do you say? But there we are. I just knew what was going to happen. You see, you have to ask yourself a question. Why they even allowed Alex Jones back on? See what I mean, Alex? That's what I'm saying to you, Alex. Do you see? You should have sat back and thought, well, why have they allowed me back on? Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. I would say there's a method in something somewhere. There we are. Do you see what I mean? That's my thoughts. Okay. So it's like I said, you see, when you see these things now, do you see, when you're an outsider, you can see, I can see why Alex Jones wanted to get back on Twitter. Yes, I can. But at the same time, you have to look at, there we are, and I'm all cold here when I'm saying it, what else was going on here now then? Do you see? So we shall see and what we hear. But I wouldn't trust that Elon Musk, no. I said it. And I know, there we are, I know I'm flipping damn well right. And anyway, very finally, so yeah, so it's nothing personal to Alex Jones there over the pond in America at Infowars. It's nothing personal. It's just that I prefer maybe not to see somebody get shafted. Do you see what I mean? Well, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? That's all, you know. But as I always say, you know, you mix in certain circles then now. Do you see? Okay? And sometimes, you know, there's an old-fashioned saying, say when you keep your friends close, there we are, then you keep your enemies closer. Do you see? So, of course, you know, why did they allow, force, actually, Elon Musk to buy Twitter, do you say? So he, too, I've said before, and others who know, God bless, okay, also know that that he's also working, there we are, for somebody else now then, isn't it? So what Elon Musk does, the putrid little critter, is that he befriends so that others have this like false sense of security. It's like I said. Do you see? Now I know that many use, you know, millions around the world use Twitter. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but Alex Jones is not the only one being shadow banned. I'm hearing there we are quite a few. Do you see what I mean? And who are not being able to get their voice as far as what they should be. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, so to me, I would not necessarily say that that is a freedom of speech, is it, my delicious little babies, do you say? Although others may have a different view, okay? Anyway, so that's all I have to say, my delicious little babies. It's shorter today, okay? But, you know, wishing you all the most beautiful and wonderful and delicious and fabulous day. And wherever you are in the world, have a super duper and delicious time. You only get one life. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, I've had my brekkie, so now I'm going to have my lunch. Okay, my delicious little babies, and then I'm going to restart, but I'm going to be sorting out my bit shoot today. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, please take care of yourselves. Please try to take care of others, okay? You just all look after yourselves now, yes, okay? And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. And with me as well, just for a go, okay? And so much love to you all, okay? But with me, I just like to advertise certain as well. Do you know what I mean? I want to get the numbers up. Do you know what I mean? You know, so that others, you know, and especially ones, you know, if they've got lower in some areas, do you know what I mean? Yes, to build those numbers, do you see? Because that's all I ever try to do, my delicious little babies. You know, I just like to, there we are, just like to help, really. Do you understand what I mean? But of course, I want to direct, you know, your beautiful little selves, whoever is kind enough to listen to my videos, you know, to decent ones to listen to, do you know what I mean? Not others, because you are going to get them. Some mothers do have them, you know, where they just talk a crock of shart. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So I do my best to direct, you know, so that others can actually get useful information, do you say? Anyway, and of course to help themselves and to help others. Anyway, so until my next video, so much love, God bless, have a super duper time, wherever you are. Bye-bye.